Welcome to Coffee with Poet. How long's it been since I've been here? It's been a number of days, I think. I've been busy. I'll fill you in on a whole bunch of things, but first off, it's Sunday afternoon. We have some sun here. It's not freezing cold today. It's like 35. We had snow 2 days in a row, but just a dusting, so it didn't really matter. Today is the 22nd week, starts the 22nd week of Gio and I being in a partnership. I am still a single woman. We did not get married yet. I want to say happy birthday to my friend Carolyn, who had a birthday 2 days ago on the 10th, and happy birthday to my friend Mike, who had a birthday yesterday. And I'm sure, Mike, I know your birthday was hard. I hope you had the best day you could have, considering. Here's where I'm at on my gem art. I didn't do anything on it the last couple of days, but basically all I need to do is the outline of the wings, pretty much. But it's a really pretty picture. When it's all finished, I'll show you. It's little. I've been looking for Valentine mugs or cups. Went to the Dollar Tree twice. Nothing except vases. I picked up 2 Valentine vases at the Dollar Tree. Actually used them once as coffee mugs. I filled everything right to here. It was pretty funny to see. But I went into a store called the Dollar Zone, where everything is between $1 and $2. And I found Valentine coffee mugs. This one says, P.S. I love you. It's got the hearts. And then there's another one that says, only you. I have it in the freezer. I'll show it the next round. And they have teddy bear ones. They've got all kinds of stuff. And they've got a ton of St. Patty's Day stuff, but no mugs yet. But they have their Easter mugs out. So if you want to jump the gun, because Easter's April the 20th, and you want an Easter mug, if you have a Dollar Zone, look at this. I got 2 of them, 2 different ones. Go head up the Dollar Zone and see what you can get. I'm going to go on Temu and see if I can order 2 St. Patty's Day mugs, because I'm so Irish and he's so Dutch, German. Anyway, I'm going to get a couple of St. Patty's Day mugs for us. I don't know where the last 12 days has gone in January. It's flown by. I'm right now working on all of my paperwork. I went through all of Kenny's prison letters. I'm shredding everything except for some pictures, some cards I kept, but I'm not keeping the letters. I went through Sky's file box, Sky's medical box, and Sky's tote, and 2 drawers of Sky's things, and I set aside stuff to send down to his grandchildren. And I got all the old paperwork that he carried from years ago that are going to get shredded. Old medical papers from way back that are being shredded. Today I'm going through my file box and my disability box, and I'm going to reorganize everything and take out everything that can be shredded. So I've been doing that since yesterday. I'm going to do it again today. And then I'm going to start going through the apartment and doing another Marie Kondo. And anything that I'm not using, that's no good, that can be donated, I'm going to put off to the side. And I'm going to ask Gio to come over and get the stuff and take me to Goodwill so I can do a donation. It's just been busy. He has cataract surgery coming up. He's got cardiac testing coming up. I've got my PCP tomorrow with the hopes of getting a new doctor assigned tomorrow. I have therapy on Tuesday, which I really need this week. I really need therapy on Tuesday. He's got a couple of appointments after that he has to tend to that have nothing to do with me. We're going to meet my friend Dave. He came up the other day and talked with me and Gio and had coffee, and that was really nice. But we're going to meet him and his the woman he lives with. I don't know how they title themselves. They're not married, but they've been together 13 years. We're going to meet them on Friday for lunch, which is nerve-wracking for me, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to it. Gio has been working on some things for us. He made us a Google Calendar so that we each can see who has what appointments, to make things flow a little bit easier between the two of us right now, as so much is happening. My Buddha that I did forever ago, the real big one, he glued onto a board and let it sit overnight, and he's going to cut the board and then he's going to custom make a frame, so that whenever we move, whenever that happens, that will go up on a wall. He's got Tai Chi and paint class tomorrow, so tomorrow will be, I won't see him all day kind of day, and that's fine. You know, I need days and times, and he does too, where we are not together. It's not necessary. So there's just a lot happening. We're trying to put all the pieces together. The end of this month, on the 27th, is 11 months since Sky passed, and going through his stuff yesterday hit a pretty decent nerve for me. This is so good. I had a few moments. I found things like in between book pages, little things he wrote, like just even looking at his handwriting takes me back to him. And I looked over some old doctor notes that, like medicines that they put him on that I was not even aware of. I'm like, where did this come from? And it must have been something that he picked up that I was not even aware of. I'm not kidding you. Back before he got celiac, back like early 2019, like early summer 2019, he was put on Viagra, the generic. That was never told to me. And you know, and he had his truck, and he was able to, he could go to a pharmacy. I had no idea. I was never told that. I didn't see this doctor's paperwork, and it was 2 appointments that the same medicine was on, and then the medicine wasn't on. So it's like, so you know, I was kind of raising my eyebrows. Not that he was on it, but it's that, how did that slip by me, you know? So right now it's just keeping busy, cleaning up, cleaning out, figuring out what our future is as much as we can, because nobody knows about the future. Things get in the way. There's a lot of letdowns. There's a lot of disappointments. I get really overwhelmed when I have to do paperwork stuff. And then I start to panic, like really bad. My son called me 2 days ago, told me he's been homeless since the 13th of December. He said that the program he was in Virginia, they couldn't keep him there anymore because his health issues exceeded their insurance limit. And he said he's been homeless. He said he has no food, no shelter, no money. I've heard all this before. When I was just, this morning I went to Walmart and I got spring water, 5 gallons, and then did the mall walk. So I have easily over 7,000 steps today so far. By the time I go to bed, I'll have probably close to 10,000 steps in. But he left a message. Kenny called me when I was in walking, and he left a message, and it comes up no caller ID, and you can't block that. I can't find a way to block that because I have, like my doctor, when the doctor calls, it comes up no caller ID. When my psychiatrist or my therapist calls, it comes up no caller ID. So there's people that I'm talking with right now that I have to answer the phone. And so he left a voicemail and he said, "Mom, it's Kenny. You need to call me. I'm having an emergency." Well, 45 minutes had passed since that call came in. And I've gotten these kind of messages before, so many times, hundreds of times. And so I never know what an emergency is in his eyes. He sounded strong. His voice was strong. He didn't sound weak. He wasn't crying. Nothing like that. So I think it was more a legal situation, like he might have gotten picked up by the Virginia police for something he did. That's more what I'm thinking. I'll know, because if that's the case and they put him in a holding cell, he'll make a call from the jail. Again, I'm guessing. This is how my life runs. I want you to check out a girl. I might have mentioned her in a past video. Her channel is Simply Rachel Aubert. Check her out. She just did a video talking about going on Wellbutrin, having talk therapy, having pelvic floor therapy, having couples therapy, having couples sex therapy. Her husband, Kyle, had a brain tumor removed. Rachel it's been like a patient caregiver kind of situation for a long time. And she kind of like broke around Christmas. And she started reaching out for help. And it's a really raw, gut-wrenching video where she's so honest about everything that they're going through. And she said, I wish I had a video that I could have watched that someone else was going through this kind of thing. And she said, so I'm talking about this because I feel like it needs to be talked about. And that's what I was talking about videos ago when I said, there needs to be like really hard talks about things that are going on in life. Right now, there's so many unknowns and what ifs for me. My apartment lease is here until the end of May. Whether I'm here or not, the apartment is paid for. I did that when I got rid of my car, and I'm now almost 7 months in, 7 months at the end of this month since I've had a car. And I know it's being very materialistic, I guess, but not having a car is really, really inconvenient. I'm so relying on my friend Dave or Geo or Uber to get me where I need to go. So I don't like it at all. I really, really, really wish I had a car. And down the road, hopefully, as things change up, and I'll be able to get a car on my own, not with help from anybody else, but on my own, before I'm called a gold digger again. So I'm going to go. I've got papers to go through. I've got my file box to go through, and I've got my disability box to go through and organize. And then I'm going to start going through this apartment. And anything I'm not using is going to go for a donation for Goodwill. Anything that's not usable is going to go out into the dumpster. And it's just going to be time to clean house in preparation of when and if there's a move. I'm hoping to not be here for another year. The rent will go up without a doubt. I do have the option of going month to month for another $150 a month over and above the rent increase, whatever that's going to be, which I'll know in March. But right now, there's just a lot going on that we're trying to figure out. So as things happen and they're definite, I can talk about it. But when things are like up in the air and you don't know, then you talk about something and it falls through and you're like, well, okay, that didn't happen. So again, happy birthday to Carolyn, who had a birthday on the 10th. Happy birthday to Mike, my friend Mike, who had a birthday yesterday. I'm going to go and start doing paperwork, and I'll talk to you guys soon.